Yeah, we're with the Gripen we flew against or with the Norwegians and the Finns a lot,
Okay.
and also the Danes. And the Norwegians and Danes had the F-16, and the Finns had the F-18. So I've been flying against F-16s and F-18s a couple of times, and also in air combat maneuvering.
And I'm gonna
So
have to push you on this, Duke,
yeah,
because
no,
because I know our viewers are going to want it. Who came out on top against, Gripen versus F-16, Gripen versus F-18? What was the outcome? I know every situation's different, but yeah, give our viewers something here.
a fighter pilot have never lost. No, I think the Gripen does very well against both the F-16 and the F-18. They are similar aircraft, especially the Gripen and the F-16. They are similar in size,
Yeah.
similar in engine power. The Gripen does carve better through the air, and the F-16, I would say, it's a tad older. I mean, it's a decade older or two, and it has a little bit towards the tendency that the Viggen had, that it stops a little bit when you pull G's, a
Yeah.
little bit like that. So and the Gripen doesn't, because it has the canards and everything that makes it really carve through there.
Hmm.
So you can definitely hold your own if you're a good pilot in the Gripen, and then you can win against the other two. And you have to watch out with the F-18 though, because they have basically
High
you can pull
alpha.
as much angle of
Yeah.
attack as you want with that one. So if they have the option to go really high angle of attack and get a shot on you, then you're kind of toast. And that depends a little bit about the engagement rules. Can you just pull and shoot in all directions and all the angles and so on? But then, of course, they will. If you have an 80 degrees angle of attack, you're basically standing still in the air after that. So then you're just a sitting duck. Today, basically, it's not so much about the dogfighting. I mean, today we have weapons that already we had for 10 years. We have the Iris-T, for instance, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
everything. And we got the head-mounted displays. Everything you can see. If you can see it, they're probably within 15 kilometers.
Yeah.
So then you can, and then you can just see it, and you press a button, and they're dead. There's no way out of that. So
Hmm.
there's no reason really to do the Top Gun, trying to get in behind one another. That's really good fun exercising though. That's probably one of the most fun, but it's more like the roller coaster fun than
Yeah.
the use your brain kind of fun. So that's one thing, that you don't need it that much. What you need, power to weight ratio, is actually to have high speed, and that's in the BVR scenarios.
Yeah.
You want to have a lot of speed so you can give your missiles, your long range or your medium range missiles, a lot of initial speed. Then they go longer. Then you want to pull some G's, but then you don't have to pull too many G's, because it doesn't matter if you pull 3 or 4 or 9 G's when you're kind of 100 kilometers away, or 60 miles away from someone. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect your outcome.
Yeah.
So then the G's doesn't really matter. So then you just want a high speed. And since the Gripen, they're kind of light, and they're very slippery, and they do the carving that I said. You can still it does Mach 2,
Yeah.
and that's enough. And the Gripen E even do super cruise, so you got enough. I would say it's kind of common to think that you can kind of rate the aircraft, how good they are in combat, by looking at the numbers, what the thrust to
Yeah.
weight ratio is. And that's like looking at a player in football and say, well, he's this strong and he can run this fast, so he must be the best one. It's
Totally
almost
agree.
an, but it's what you have on the inside, and your decision support system, and your EV suit, and everything. That's what really counts. And nobody's actually telling exactly what you have there. But I can tell you that the Gripen has a really good package in those areas.